Did you know that this man in Red Dead Redemption 2 is actually based on a character from Grand Theft Auto 4? Or what about this little kid? Doesn't he look like Jimmy Hopkins from Bully, one of Rockstar's most famous games outside of GTA and Red Dead? Well, today we actually have 10 secret characters in Red Dead Redemption 2 that Rockstar didn't plan on us finding out about. And we really only know about most of these because of Red Dead Redemption 2 releasing on the PC. So if you enjoyed this video, well, hopefully I can earn your thumbs up. Hopefully you learned something new. If that's the case, let's see if we can get 110 likes on this video. And if y'all do just enjoy, maybe I can earn your subscription. But with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at 8 secret characters in Red Dead Redemption 2 that Rockstar didn't want you to know about. Number 8, Jimmy Hopkins. So in Red Dead Redemption 2, there's a mission called The Joys of Civilization, where in Saint Denis, Arthur gets lured into a back alley, and in doing so, he actually gets jumped by a group of street kids. And one of these kids in particular looks eerily similar to Jimmy Hopkins, the protagonist of Bully. Now, what's interesting about this character in this mission is that he is unnamed, and he is only seen in this one mission in all of Red Dead Redemption 2. You can't find him in free roam, and the only other way to actually see him is if we spawn him in through PC mods. And upon doing so, we can take a closer look at this kid, and we see that he has some very, very similar traits and features to Jimmy Hopkins from Bully. Now, obviously, and I have to say this because there's somebody that's going to say, that's not Jimmy. Red Dead Redemption 2 takes place in the 1890s. Well, yes, this isn't Jimmy, but the character could be an Easter egg and loosely based off of Jimmy. Now, I know there are tons of chubby-esque redheaded kids with freckles, and that doesn't mean that this is Jimmy Hopkins. Well, being that Rockstar's developed both of these games, being that these characters are very similar, it could just quite possibly be an Easter egg, which I'm actually leaning more towards this being the case. But nonetheless, in this one mission in all of Red Dead Redemption 2, we have Jimmy Hopkins. Number 7, the Mysterious Stranger. So this is a character who actually appears in Red Dead Redemption 1 in 3 separate stranger missions. Now, there has been many theories throughout the last 10 years of who this mysterious stranger is. Is he God? Is he the devil? Is he the Grim Reaper? He's very mysterious, creepy, he dresses really cool, wears a cool top hat, and he's got a very interesting voice.
From all over.
Tell me your name or I won't be responsible for my actions.
Oh, but you will. You will be responsible.
Now, what makes this character so strange in Red Dead Redemption 1 is that in every occurrence, well, he knows all about John before we even know this man's name, which we never find out. He knows about us. The places he stand end up being the grave, our future grave sites for our wife, for us, and so much more. And he is just predicting the future in a way. And he even survives being shot at by John Marston. Well, in Red Dead Redemption 2, in the swamps of Lemoyne, there is a very mysterious shack. And as we come to the shack throughout the game, and as we get further and further into progressing through the storyline, well, there's a very interesting painting in this shack. And once it is completed, it turns out to be the Mysterious Stranger. And upon getting 100% game completion, I believe, if we go back to the shack, we will see in the mirror standing behind us is the Mysterious Stranger. However, we cannot interact with him, and if we turn around, he disappears. Well, through the use of PC mods, we can take a look at this secret character, and we can see that he bears a striking resemblance to the Mysterious Stranger from Red Dead Redemption 1, with his attire, his mustache, top hat, obviously. Although he doesn't talk, you can assume that this is the same secret character from Red Dead Redemption 1. Number 6, Red Harlow. For those of you who don't know, Red Harlow is the protagonist of Red Dead Revolver, the first ever Red Dead game that many people just don't seem to know about because of the time that it actually released. Now, Red Harlow is one of the most famous outlaws and gunslingers in all of the Wild Wild West. And in New Austin, we can encounter a stranger who kind of mentions Red Harlow briefly and talks about how he always aspired to be like him. But what's very interesting is that in the game files, when spawning in this model, he is actually under the name Red Harlow. So it made me wonder, could this be Red Harlow from Red Dead Revolver? I'm not sure if the timeline adds up 100%, nor do some of this man's facial features like scars and things like that. They're actually missing and not very prevalent, and these would be on Red Harlow's face. But the fact that he is listed as Red Harlow in the game files is very, very interesting and makes me wonder, is this mysterious man actually the secret character of Red Harlow? Number 5, the caveman, or the Neanderthal. So I kind of speculated about this in my video yesterday on whether or not he could be the lonely giant who's locked away in a cave because nobody wants to be his friend because he's so big. But the more I think about it, I just don't feel like that's the case. This man can actually be found within the game files under Unicorpse, which is a bunch of corpses. People who aren't alive, obviously. And it makes you wonder, is this man actually hidden in the game somewhere? Is he frozen way up in the grizzlies in a block of ice? We don't know 100%, but out of all the characters in this video, this is definitely my favorite. Just based on his appearance, he's really cool looking, and I feel like he would make for a really, really nice friend in Red Dead Redemption 2. But my guess is that he is either cut content or he's actually frozen somewhere in the grizzlies, in the ravines up there, the ice cracks, something along those lines, and maybe we just haven't found him in the game yet. But I just don't think that's the case. A lot of people have been comparing him to the alien frozen in the ice in GTA 5's North Yankton, and that's a very hard Easter egg to come across. But the thing about that is that that was found days after the game came out. Red Dead Redemption 2 has been out over a year now, and this man still hasn't been found in the game, leading me to believe that he's probably not in the game at all, unfortunately. Number 4, Gavin. One of the most famous mysteries in Red Dead Redemption 2 has pretty much been solved based on Red Dead Redemption 2 releasing on the PC. So, Gavin, the man who is missing, the man who his friend is looking for, well, it turns out that this is actually Gavin. This man must have some sort of memory loss, dementia, or just must be very confused. He's searching for his friend Gavin, or maybe he has multiple personality disorder. If we actually kill him, we can find a letter written to Gavin. Once we progress through the storyline and fast forward a few years, we find this man now wandering the deserts of New Austin, and he is still searching for Gavin after all of these years, and he's lost his mind. Well, it turns out that Gavin is actually this man right here, according to the PC files and this character's model name. You can spawn him in, and he is under the name Gavin. So, mystery solved. Gavin is this man and has been all along. Number 3, Agnes Dowd. So, Agnes Dowd is a ghost girl who appears in the swamps of Lemoyne between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m. on very, very foggy, gloomy nights. Now, the history of Agnes is very, very sad. This girl took her own life after her father took the life of her lover. She was so sad that she hung herself from a tree. Now, what's interesting about Agnes is that she is a ghost in Red Dead Redemption 2. She's very hazy, very just ghost-like, obviously, and she disappears if we get too close. Well, we can now spawn her in the game and get a better look at this ghost girl, and that's why I consider her a secret character, because you can't really see her. You just see her silhouette, her outline, her glowing yellow dress, no facial features or anything like that. But thankfully through mods, we can take a better look at Agnes and what she looks like. Number 2, Princess Isabeau, or Princess IKZ. Now, she is quite possibly one of the most mysterious characters in Red Dead Redemption 2, as we can find a poster of her in the town or settlement of Van Horn, stating that she disappeared when she was 5 years old. It's been 15 years, which would now make her 20 years old. She has a birthmark on her face and on her hand. Now, this princess is now an adult woman, and being that Rockstar confirmed that Red Dead Redemption 2 had over 5 hours of content cut from the game, this is most likely what happened. She just got trashed, cut, and we, thankfully though, can still find her character model in the game. It would be amazing if Rockstar would add her back into the game as another mystery or something like that, although that'll probably never happen. That means that Princess Isabeau is now a secret character in Red Dead Redemption 2 that still remains within the game files. And last but not least, we have Edmund Laurie, a serial killer in Red Dead Redemption 2, who butchers up his victims. And what's very interesting about Edmund Laurie is that, well, he is actually a reference, an Easter egg to a character from Grand Theft Auto 4, Eddie Lowe, who also happens to be a serial killer. Both of these men actually take out their victims in very similar ways, and also Edmund Laurie is a play on the name Eddie Lowe. Edmund Laurie, Eddie Lowe. So very, very interesting there, but very, very cool. I actually covered that when Red Dead Redemption 2 first came out, and we covered GTA characters in Red Dead Redemption 2. There's a few of those. Check out the video. It's linked down below in the description. But nonetheless, if y'all did enjoy this video or learn something new, hopefully I can earn your thumbs up on this video. A little love always goes a long way. Thank y'all for tuning in. Consider subscribing. And with that said, I'm Zach Cox. Love you all, and I hope to see ya in the next video.